Hi, welcome back to the workshop, where it all kind of looks the same, yet somehow different. Keep watching to find out what's going on. So the first job I need to do is to flip the tool wall round through 90 degrees from the back wall of the shed to one of the side walls. And the first step in that is to drill out all of the wooden plugs that I put in to cover the screws when I first built it. With that done, I can then remove the screws with the impact driver. This actually went quite well. Managed to get all of the screws out pretty much without too much bother. And with the short side wall down, it's now time to get all of the tools off the main wall and get that down as well. Again, same process. Drill out all of the wooden plugs and then remove the screws. Getting these plugs out was the hardest part of this job. It took a long time. Well, that's everything down off the wall. We can see here. So they're all gone off the wall that used to be behind the workbench. There's a couple of little bits of damage on the plasterwork, but there's nothing too serious. So now it's just a case of kind of switching it all around onto this wall here. This rack's going to have to be moved now because it's too big and it will interfere with the tool wall. But I don't mind that too much because with it being open fronted, it's just a dust magnet and collects a load of crap. So we'll get rid of that at some point. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put that, what I'm going to do with it, but we'll replace it with something a bit more suitable. So the first thing we're going to have to do is now find the remaining studs on this second bit of wall, because obviously the tool wall elements that were here before were a lot shorter, so we're going to need another 2 or 3 screws going in. And what I'm going to do, because I struggled so much last time with my stud finder, I've got a couple of little magnets here and I know roughly where the studs are. So what I'm going to do is just run this magnet along the wall until I find a screw like that there. So now I know that the stud is kind of running in this position here. So I can mark that with some pencil lines and then I can use my laser level on those pencil marks when I'm putting the actual cleats onto the wall. Right, let's get marking up. So now that I've found the studs, I'm just simply marking them with my laser level on the pencil marks that I put in. I use a Bosch cross laser level. You might just be able to see the red lines on the wall. It's an absolutely brilliant bit of kit. Saves so much time and energy. You just don't have to be running up and down on ladders with spirit levels and stuff anymore. And here I'm just marking the first one with some pencil marks against those lines that I've put on the wall. And then I'll pre-drill this one on the bench just to make sure I've got a really accurate starting point, as I'm going to be referencing all of the other screw holes off this first one. With the first one put in position really accurately with the level, I've then just cut 2 blocks of wood that I can use to space out the rest of them. And trust me, it took a lot longer than this to put it up. Okay, so there's the main wall back up again. I've obviously got a lot of holes to plug here. I'm going to try and plug the old ones with some matching wood so that they kind of blend in and disappear, and then the new holes that are actually holding it all in place I will plug with maple like I did in the last time, just to replicate the old look that we had. I'm not going to put these short ones up on the other wall just yet. I'm going to leave those for a little while. I'm going to flip the bench around, I'm going to reconfigure the workshop in how I want it to be, get all the tools back on the walls so I can get back on with the work that I want to do. Because while I'm doing all this, I'm still also trying to finish off a guitar build and prep for another couple. So I need to get the workshop kind of back up and running as soon as I possibly can. Okay, and there it is all back together. Well, for the time being anyway. I might want to move the tools around a little bit. There'll be a lot more tool holders going on that wall eventually, and I'm also going to be putting a bench top through here with some storage underneath, so that all of the stuff that I'll need on a regular basis will either be on the wall or in the storage underneath that bench. I also need to find somewhere to put my audio recorder now that that little bench with the pillar drill on is gone. That's going to be put up again temporarily at the other end of the workshop, but there'll be a new dedicated bench for that and the bandsaw set up once we've shifted all the rest of the furniture in this place around. Instantly I've done this, I feel it is a better setup. It seems to work a lot better for me. It just gives me a lot more space to work. The camera at the moment isn't anywhere near as far back as it can go, but I feel straight away it's given me a lot more flexibility in the filming, so I'm really happy with that. So next up I need to put the bench up for the drill and the bandsaw to go on, even if it is temporarily, and then I can start moving some of the fixed furniture, the cabinets down the other end of the workshop into their new positions. And once we've done that, we can then start to work out what space we've got left for the rest of the things that I want to do, for instance the paint booth, etc. But so far so good. I've spent a total of 4 evenings so far on the remodel, so it is going a little bit quicker than I thought it would, but there is some quite heavy work to do in the next few weeks, so that might drag on a little bit longer. Okay, so that's it for this one. I'll be back very soon with the next instalment of the upgrades, but until then, as always, like if you've liked, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.